Hey guys, welcome back to Shadowrun Returns. We're in the safe house of the Seamstresses Union. We've just spoken with the doctor. We've got the arm here of Coyote, which unfortunately was severed in the last episode, and she's now got a robotic arm. I have noticed that we do have quite a few karma points as well that we are able to spend. We've got 17 in fact, so let's go and have a look and see where we can spend up these karma points. I have been putting it into chi casting here because Big Z is using melee weapons, he's using unarmed combat, so I think we need to buff this up a little bit. He doesn't really use intelligence at the moment, nor charisma, although I wouldn't mind trying out some of these different things here. But anyway, let's have a look and see what we can do. So we do have an SMG. We don't really use it that much. I find we generally get into close combat pretty quickly. So let's buff up close combat here. Let's increase unarmed combat as well. We also have chi casting down here. I think if we get the 3rd level chi casting, we do get chi focus and can have 2 attacks on a single target with a melee weapon, so that might be pretty good. We don't have a melee weapon yet, so I'm not sure if we can use our fists. I'm not sure if that counts or not. I guess we'll find out. We've still got 8 karma points. It might be a good time to... I mean, we could increase strength. I think it might be a good time to increase our body here, which still leaves us with 1 karma point, and I'm going to hang on to that one. So we should have some extra hit points here now as well, which is fantastic. Do we get the extra chi casting slot? Let's just have a quick look. I thought we'd get an extra spell with that, or maybe we need to buy it from someone. I think we do need to buy it from someone. We can have a chat again with Coyote. Did I look in this locker before in the last episode? Let's just have a quick look and see what's over here. Oh, this is my stash. Okay, beautiful. Okay, cool. Let's head out and have a chat with Coyote and see how she's doing this morning. You're back. I think the highlights of the Wolves game will be on soon. Want to take a load off and watch with me? You know someone named Jessica? Did Sam have a sister? Her brow furrows. Yeah, I think he did. He mentioned her once. It didn't sound like they got along that well. Your comlink chips in the screen shows the smiling face of Officer Aguirre. If he's smiling, it must be about money. Are all cops on the take as happy as you? Yeah, we have our own clubhouse and everything. As per our discussion, I'm informing you of another Ripper murder. Oh gee, the victim worked at the NTSB investigation facility down in the docks. You owe me for this. Put it on my tab. You there now? Better get here quick before McCluskey arrives. The image on your PDA dissolves as the cell call ends. Another Ripper murder? Where? The docks. I've got to go. Okay, listen, I want to help. You dragged me out of the Royal before. Something bad happened, worse than getting my arm torn off. And Sam was my friend. You head to the docks and I'll see if I can track down Sam's sister Jessica. She might be able to help us. See you when I get back. Okay, so Coyote's going to help us. We need to take a cab to the NTSB. Is there anyone here that we can talk to quickly? Let's talk to Eric. There's a few people around. I haven't spoken with these people yet. I think this is where we can get some equipment and stuff like that. Maybe some shaman equipment over here from Ali Giron. He's an elf, a strange-looking elf. The man seems only half of this realm, his mind wandering the far horizons of astral space, while his body peddles his otherworldly wares. Good evening, young troll, and welcome to this humble home that we call the Union. I'm Elginon, a half-dream. To ease your way through the 6th world, I offer you the best in magical foci, spells and fetishes for the conjuring of spirits. Okay, another time. I don't have any spell casting ability. We do have... Is there anyone who knows chi casting? Maybe this dude over here. Let's have a chat with Eric. Change your clothes, change your life, right? Not only will you look better, not that you look bad now or anything, but each one will help you to keep on the right side of the ground. Take a look. We did buy some extra clothing. We've got the secure ninja clothing, which is not bad. It's the 2nd best clothing that we can have at the moment. It gives us dodge +1. So cool. That's pretty much the same as upstairs. And we've got a TB Gruberman. Looks like he may have some weapons for us over here. Let's go and have a chat. Theodore Buster Gruberman is a well-groomed orc dressed with a precision that suggests the straight lines of a military officer's uniform. His hair is cropped short, high and tight, as they say, and the neatness this presents is not only compromised by the uneven tusks protruding from his mouth. The only other defect in this picture of perfection is the man's cybernetic right arm, which is obvious enough to be noticeable, but not so obvious as to ruin the line of his suit. Okay, when he speaks, the orc's voice is soft and thoughtful, and he talks almost exclusively in numbers. Calibers, ranges, rounds per second, arcs of fire, razor rank factor, tensile strength, and of course, price. Bunker Buster Gruberman at your service. Friends call me Buster. I also answer to Sergeant, Sir, and even Theodore on occasion. Anytime you're in the market for firearms, ammunition, or ordnance, I'm your man. How can I help you? What exactly do you sell here? Things that go bang in all shapes and sizes, plus other odds and ends. On occasion, consider me your own personal armory. All weapons are guaranteed to meet strict UCAS military spec or your money back. In addition, I can handle routine maintenance, repairs, and upgrades if you so desire. And if that wasn't enough, I also teach safety and instructional course every weekend. This week we're covering bayonets. Mark my words, they're making a comeback. Let's take a look at what he's got for sale. Okay. Seska Black Scorpion. Shetty Security. We've got some pistols here. He's got an Uzi 3. Damage 7, range medium, capacity 24. We've got the Beretta Model 70, which is almost as good as an Uzi, I think. Slightly less damage. Benelli Raffaello. We've got some shotguns. Assault rifles here. I think I need a machete. Drone repair kits. Let's go for a machete, just in case I do need a melee weapon to have on me. So let's confirm this. It's only 75 Nguyen, which is fine, so we can use that. Beautiful. Okay, and there's one dude over here. Nothing right now, thanks. Can we have a chat with David Fry II? Every inch of the tech alcove is covered in a chaotic patchwork quilt of circuit boards, chips, wires, displays, and a million other things that you can't identify. In the eye of this techno-bit storm stands a dwarf, immaculately dressed and supremely calm. Okay, so deck, program, ESP. We don't... Yeah, we'll talk to this guy later, possibly. We're not into decking. Why are you dressed as a janitor? Did I stand out upstairs? No, janitors never do. When I was... He sure did stand out. When I was younger, I had a rep for getting in and getting out of systems so cleanly that no one knew I was there. Half the Matrix runs that earned me my rep were made possible because I was able to get inside the facility posing as a janitor. Now it's just sort of part of me. Is it true that you were part of the Echo Mirage team? David Fry II. Let me take this one. Listen, I've known the guy for over a decade and he's been smart enough not to tell me, so he's sure as hell not going to tell you anything about those days. For your health and his, best to let the subject drop. How is decking used? The decking skill is often used just on terminals in the real world to get information, hack doors, etc. But occasionally a run will have the option or requirement to go into the local matrix LAN of the facility you are infiltrating in order to gain access to valuable information or control more important things in the real world. Okay, thanks for that information. What I do want to do, quickly have a chat with Algernon, because I figure he's got some chi casting stuff here as well. He probably does. Spellcasting, conjuring. There are a lot of spells here, and they are fairly expensive. I thought we had a bit more money than that. Chi casting 8, chi casting 9. Chi casting 10. Oh god, what else is there? Counter Strike, Chi casting 5, Stride Manifest. Okay, I thought that was something that was going to let me do a double attack. Manifest, I'm not going to worry about Manifest right now, so let's just get out of here. Okay, so there's nothing for us there at the moment. Let's head to the cab. Okay, let's go. Okay, we're taking a cab down to the docks to have a look around. Leaving the Seamstresses Union behind, you head to the docks. The Ripper killed Sam, and maybe he or she slipped up with this latest victim. Left some useful evidence. Only one way to find out. South Seattle's your typical industrial area, grit, grime and grey. The rain doesn't help matters any. Layers of dirt mixed with abandoned wooden pallets, repurposed into makeshift furniture for the day workers. Garbage collects in the gutters of the broken down street. Disreputable is the district's middle name. Your destination, the National Transportation Safety Board warehouse, is located on a small strip of dock towards the less maintained end of the waterfront. Despite the presence of those who linger in such places, it's quiet as you approach the gate. Okay, so let's get into this. The South Seattle docks. Looks like we don't have Paco with us any longer. We're heading out by ourselves. There's a plane here with its wings torn off. Just having a quick look around and seeing where we actually need to go. Can we get through? Oh, there is it. Let's have a look and see if we can see the objectives here. Get to the NTSB warehouse. Okay. It looks like it is up the top, but I'm going to head down first and just... Oh, there's someone to chat to here, a streetwalker. Hey, you looking for a good time? Know anything about the NTSB? Yeah, the bums around here have been stealing old crap from that place for years. Not worth my time, though. Okay. So she doesn't have much to say. Looks like there's no way through down to the south. Let's see if we can get through these gates here. No trespassing. I may need to chat with this guard. Halt! The guard looks bored. He toys with his gun absent-mindedly, like he might shoot something on a whim just to watch it die. Hey, you're about to trespass on corporate property. You looking to get dusted, street scum? We can't do etiquette security. I'm working with Lone Star on the crime scene investigation in the NTSB warehouse. Sure you are, and I'm Lofear, the King of Dragons. Beat it. Oh, crap. We need to get in there. How am I going to take this guy out? Let's chat with him again. Get out of here. Ah. There's got to be some other way through. He doesn't believe us. Okay, let's have a look over here. There's a ladder I can... Hey, that's mine. Homeless man. Who raised you? A pack of wolves? That their ladder is rightfully mine. Can I borrow it for a few minutes? 5, eh? Sure. Maybe that noodle machine is still working. Okay, so we borrowed a ladder. Can I use the ladder over here somewhere? Possibly. Just behind the building. Can I use this ladder somehow? Ah. Maybe I do need to pretend to be the maintenance man. I'm not sure. Or do I need to head out down this way, down to the south? We'll try and talk to him again. Oh, I can't talk to him again. I can't use the ladder. There's nothing I can interact with here. Okay, so let's head down to the south. Maybe the streetwalker has more information about how to get in. Are you looking for a good time? Okay, not me, a friend of mine. I need you to have some fun with the guard by the fence around the corner. She looks at you knowingly. Alright, 20 buys you a 5-minute distraction. Then I've got to get back to work and earn some real yuan. Alright, cool. She's going to distract the guard. Okay, here we go. So we're going to use the ladder just up here. There we go, beautiful. Can I climb over the ladder, please? Come on, Big Z, you can do it. There we go. Alright, we've gained 3 karma. Is there anything else we can see around here, actually? I'm kind of interested in just having a quick look around, seeing if there's anything we can interact with. There's lots of... There's a helicopter over here. There's some kind of a crate as well. Let's go and check this out. Phosphorus grenade. And a machete. Send this item to your stash. Concussion grenade there as well. I don't want to get too close to the guard. Alright, there's nothing around here. just have a quick look around. Do a little bit of a lap. I don't know why they've got all these airplanes here. Actually, can we go up these stairs? I wonder. No. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's head inside. Let's head inside, and before the detective gets here, you're about to transition to a new location. Continue. All right, let's go. We're heading into the warehouse. Inside the large grey warehouse is as typical as the outside. High ceilings adorned with girders and rickety catwalks top a huge utilitarian room. Concrete and steel walls meet a concrete floor. This is a place for storing things and nothing more. Despite the quiet on the outside, the inside is a hornet's nest of Lone Star officers going about their business. In the centre of the activity is the Emerald City Ripper's latest victim. With uniforms everywhere, no one stops you at the door. It seems this case hasn't leaked to the press yet. Lone Star or no, you've got a job to do. Okay, so we need to get along with these Lone Star people. Officer Aguirre, oh, he's here. Took your sweet time, didn't you? I did actually take my time. I had a bit of a look around. You know the traffic these days. Fill me in. We had time to go over the evidence while you were en route. Turns out this might not be a Ripper murder after all. I left the computer on in the office over there if you want to see for yourself. The victim worked here at the NTSB warehouse as a black box researcher. NTSB, the National Transportation Safety Board, this warehouse is used to go over the wreckage from plane crashes to try to determine what happened. The Vic was in charge of their highest priority investigation at the moment. We've gone through the victim's computer and his case notes indicate he was selling secrets. Idiot kept records. Spilling corpse secrets not the wisest career choice? Nope. Some runner like you probably offed him to cover up his corp master's involvement and tried to make it look like a Ripper killing. Here's the office key, check it out for yourself if you want. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Aguirre. Let's have a chat with, what's his name? Dresden's down here as well. A new lady, Shannon Halfsky. There's a few different exits that we can take from this area as well. A few locked doors as well. Let's chat with Dresden first of all. Big Z, surprised to see you here. Let me guess, Officer Aguirre tipped you off. Suppose you must have made an impression on him at the market yesterday, or your cred stick did. At any rate, he chuckles. Anyway, surprise, we've got another Ripper victim on our hands. So what's the story with this one? The victim's male, mixed Native American descent, age 38. Based on the condition of the body, it looks like he was killed around 2 in the morning. Cause of death unknown. Several internal organs were removed from his body after death, quite gruesomely. I'm not sure if the killer even knew what they wanted before they started cutting. It doesn't sound like a Ripper. It doesn't sound like the Ripper was involved, because the Ripper was quite clean with his surgeries. Not much else to tell yet, really. He does have a lot of pre-existing scar tissue, so he probably had a major surgery at some point in recent history. Unfortunately, with the organs gone, I can't determine the nature of the surgery. Any idea which organ the Ripper was after this time? Well, the killer definitely took the lungs. The more I look at it, though, the other missing organs may just be eviscerated within the chest cavity. How's Officer Aguirre doing on this case? He seems like a real go-getter. Aguirre would love to solve it before McCluskey and get his gold detective's shield. Plus, he'd love to see McCluskey suck it in front of his superiors. He's already tried to bribe me to keep information from McCluskey and slip it to him. I'm inspired by their tireless pursuit of justice. Did you take the money? He grins from ear to ear. Do you have any idea how much this job pays these days, sir? I don't think Aguirre's officer's salary is going to do much to seduce me into helping him. Is McCluskey getting any closer to the suspect? McCluskey couldn't find his ass without both hands. Don't tell him I said that, though. It sounds like the Ripper is taking a different trophy from each victim. Sorry, I don't do theories. I'm just a scientist who happens to prefer dead people. However, while there was massive damage in the chest cavity, I can see that the victim's lungs were transplants, which is interesting since another victim's missing heart was also a transplant. That's interesting. Granted, modern medicine has made organ transplants relatively easy, but it is an odd coincidence. But as a scientist, it's just that, a coincidence. This is only the third body I've personally examined. One of our other branch managers handled the other two. If I find out more of the victims had organ transplants, I'll let you know. Who is this woman over there? No clue. She just showed up next of kin, I think. I'm going to take a look around. Good luck. Alright, let's chat with Shannon, half Sky. You're not a cop. She looks up, watching you warily. I'm independent. What's your relationship to the dead man? The suspicion in her voice and eyes departs almost instantly when the subject turns to the deceased. He's my brother. I've been trying to speak with him, but I'm afraid his spirit is too disorientated by his recent journey to answer me. You're a shaman. Yes, for all the good it's doing me. If I could just make contact, I might be able to deliver justice and allow my brother's spirit to rest. I can tell you're used to shouldering a heavy burden, but maybe there's an easier way. She looks at you, the flattery largely failing to affect her, given the circumstances, but then inspiration dispels the dark clouds surrounding her. Perhaps my brother's spirit is too weak, that's a given. But my brother's spirit may not be alone here this night. She closes her eyes and concentrates, droning a low chant you can barely hear. Yes, there are others, other spirits who may be of help. Her features harden in frustration, as if she's searching for something that remains elusive. Sighing, she opens her eyes and fixes you with a stare. But I can't do it alone. What do you need? This warehouse contains the spirits of plane crash victims trapped between worlds. They wish to help. They wish to be heard, and I think they have something to say about my brother's murder. Okay. Lone Star won't let me in there, but you seem to have the run of the place. If you can find personal items that belong to the victims, I believe that I can summon a spirit to speak with us. I'll need at least 2 such objects. Can you find them for me? I'll do what I can. Okay, we need to find two haunted objects for Shannon, the shaman here, so that she can converse with the spirits of the departed and find information about this murder. Is there anything in here? It looks like a... Where does this go? Okay. Just to the southern section here. There's more... Guess we can find something here. There is a large pile of old shoes on the ground next to the airplane seats. They could be discarded luggage or possibly the shoes worn by the occupants of the plane at the time of the crash. Alright, let's dig through the shoe pile and see what we find. You find nothing interesting about the shoes in the pile. Okay. Okay, fine. There's nothing in the shoe pile. There is another pile of crap over here, so let's quickly go and have a look. It's hard to say whether this is a heap of items and refuse recovered from a plane crash or simply trash that hasn't been taken out yet. Let's dig through it. We need to find these items. A sticky substance of some sort seems to have seeped through the trash pile, and your hands are quickly covered with the stuff. After searching for a minute, you unearth a handful of interesting items. Let's have a look at the earring. The earring is made out of burnished steel formed into the shape of a small salmon. An intense primal fear washes over you as you touch its surface. This must be one of the items the shaman was looking for. Okay, let's grab the cred stick. Surprisingly, the cred stick is still functional. Okay, 200 Nguyen, thank you very much. Let's have a look at the lunchbox. A dented tin lunchbox that's seen better days. You can barely make out the face of a grinning troll on the front. Alright, so we don't need that lunchbox. This is locked as well. Okay, so we found one item of use. Can we get through? Is this door going to open for us or not? No, it's not. Okay, so we can't get through to that section. Let's quickly have a look. I think this door's locked as well. We have been given access to the office where we can get information about the murder. Let's have a look. Is this the bathroom over here? See if we can find anything else around here. You don't need to go right now. The old poster depicts a svelte young woman posing with an assault rifle. And let's head through this section here. Okay, so this is where we can check out the computer. We do need to find another item. We can have a look in the lockers here and see what we can find. Okay, this appears to be the victim's locker. The door is slightly ajar. Inside you see several of the dead man's personal items. Let's have a look at the toothbrush. Okay. Have a look at the comb. As you reach for the comb, the hair on the back of your hand stands on end. And when you take it off, it's a little shelf. Your heart thumps in your chest. This must be one of the items the shaman was looking for. Okay, so we've got a comb. We've got, I think, an earring as well. We found 2 haunted objects. We're going to take those back to the shaman in a second. First, let's have a look at the computer and see what information Aguirre has left for us here. The researcher's work cyber terminal has been left on, presumably by the Lone Star Investigations. Okay, so these are the notes for the case file. I guess 95, 96, 98. Okay, the plane had several mechanical issues resulting in a mayday at 3:04 a.m. on June 17th, 2053. 2:45 a.m. the pilot reported that the altimeter was reading in the negative values. 2:49 the co-pilot takes over the controls as the pilot leaves the cabin to investigate the rear of the plane. Okay, and then there was a mayday at 3:04. Okay. The file has been corrupted. Interesting. Case file 96. Pratt and Whitney unmanned. Corporate owner Aries. Summary redacted timeline. A lot of this information has been removed. The notes that appear on screen pertain to NTSB case file number 96, the crash of an Aries jetliner near the UCAS and Sioux Nation border. The crash is reportedly the result of an equipment failure. Reading further into the investigators' notes, however, you find substantial evidence linking the crash to an experimental Renraku research initiative. This information could be worth a great deal to the right buyer. You download the researcher's notes to your PDA. When there's some personal notes on here, or did I read those already? Okay, looks like I've read anything anyway. We're going to chat with Aguirre again in a second. I want to talk to Shannon first of all. Give her the personal items. It feels as though you have found enough objects. Yes, here they are. You hand her the objects you found. She closes her eyes and chants over them for a time. When her eyes open again, they're filled with tears. Thank you, these items are all I will need. It shouldn't take me long. What the hell is all this? Oh no, McCluskey's here. Officer Aguirre. Officer Aguirre trails after the detective, only meeting your eyes for a moment. She's the victim's sister, sir. This is a crime scene, officer, not some Salish drum circle. Isn't it standard procedure to contact the next of kin? Ma'am, consider yourself contacted. Good on you, McCluskey. Now get the hell out. Come on, if we stay much longer, I'm liable to do something I'd regret, or worse, something I'd enjoy. Alright, she didn't get a chance to speak with the spirits and find out what was really going on. We do get another chance to talk to her. Unfortunately, I can't speak with Aguirre again. So let's just talk to Shannon. That man is an ass. She stares daggers at McCluskey from across the warehouse. But there's no helping it now. I should just be grateful you were able to collect these items before those clods carted everything off. Can we still summon the spirit? Not from here, I'm afraid. Spirits such as these have domains to which they are anchored. We need to get back in there. We'll come back later once the coast is clear. Not looking good now, but do you have any plans for this evening? A little breaking... excuse me, a little breaking and entering, perhaps, under cover of darkness. You sure you're up for this? It may be a rabbit hole, but I have to get to the bottom of it. Whatever your reasons, I thank you. Now, since we have the time, we should probably enlist some help. They may post security overnight. I think Big Z can probably take care of just about anything at the moment. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say you know where to find the kinds of people we need. The best money can buy. Good, I'll put up the money. Oh, 4,000 yuan. Oh, wow. If you find the bodies. She produces a fistful of crumpled yuan from inside a leather pouch, starts to count it out, and then shoves the whole lot at you. Meet me back here at midnight. The spirits will be strong then. Aha, fantastic. Okay, so we need to return to the Seamstresses Union. We need to find a bit of a gang to come back, and we're going to break in. Shannon's going to talk to the spirits, and hopefully we're going to find out who the killer is. That is all the time we have for in this episode, and my voice is cracking up now after all of this talking. But I hope you are enjoying this playthrough. See you again soon for the next episode of Shadowrun Returns.